Namo Namah. Pranam. Namaskar. Hello everyone. There is no doubt that Sanskrit is one of the ancient language of the world. Its literature is very rich and vast. Is also completely pure in terms of grammar. People believe that Sanskrit is the mother of all the languages and most of the languages have originated from it. In ancient time, this language was the language of religion, scripture, philosophy and politics. It was the colloquial language, is a spontaneous language. As a mother nourishes her child with lots of love, care and affection, in the same way, Sanskrit has nourished all the Indian languages. It's known as Indo-European language. It's known as language of God. So its script is known as Devanagari script. In Devanagari script, it's essential to draw a line over the letter, means Shirorekha. For learning any language, it's very much needed to learn the alphabets of the particular language. Sanskrit is considered the most scientific language because of its grammar. And the composer of most scientific language is Rishi Panini. As Narsi Mehta is known as Adi Kavi, means first poet of Gujarati literature. In the same way, Rishi Panini is the Adi Purush of Sanskrit language. According to research, NASA claims that Sanskrit, the ancient Hindu language, is most suitable language to develop computer programming for their artificial intelligence program. Sanskrit is the most scientific language. Sanskrit has innumerable specialties and characteristics. Let's begin the learning of Sanskrit with chanting Om. What do you mean by sound? Vibrations that travel through the air or another medium and can be heard when they reach a person's or animal's ear. Everyone has different opinions and beliefs. In short, sound means dhvani in Sanskrit. The smallest unit of any language is called varna, means sound. In Sanskrit also, like other languages, there are two sounds, vowels and consonants. Vowels means swaraha, consonants means vyanjanahan. Now, what do you mean by vowels? Vowels can be pronounced easily. Vowels are independent sound. How many vowels are there in Sanskrit? There are 13 vowels in Sanskrit. In English, we all know there are 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. In the same way, in Sanskrit, there are 13 vowels. These 13 vowels are also divided into 3 types. Short vowels, long vowels and diphthongs. What do you mean by short vowels? Rasva swaraha. If I want to define short vowels, that means short vowel takes less time to pronounce. What do you mean by long vowels? Long vowel takes more time to pronounce compared to short vowels. And what do you mean by diphthongs? Diphthongs, if I want to say about diphthongs, the simple meaning of diphthongs is Sanyukta Swaraha. But if I want to describe in my way, then I always used to describe diphthongs, the sound which comes from the depth of our throat. As we will call out these vowels, automatically we will come to know the difference between pronunciation of all these 13 vowels. See, short vowels A, E, U, Ru. Long vowels A, E, U, Ru. Now diphthongs. sounds. A, I, O, O. Sounds stops here only. Now if we will recall all the vowels, or we will speak out all the vowels together, automatically you will come to know the difference between pronunciation and timings. A, E, E, U, Ru, Ru, A, I, O, O. These diphthongs are also considered long vowels, Dirgha Swaraha. In this way, there are 13 vowels in Sanskrit, and once again if I want to say in short, there are 13 vowels in Sanskrit. Those 13 vowels have been divided into 3 types: short vowels, long vowels, diphthongs. Maybe everyone is able to understand what I want to say.